Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, thanks for joining us on today's video. People ask me all the time, like, what is your favorite car? And I have a few, like, in my top 5. This is actually one of those in my top 5 for different reasons than maybe you think. For me, it's the styling. I love the look of this car. Think about this car driving down the road. At the end of the video, we're going to do going down the road in regular traffic. This is like a beacon compared to the cars that are out there today, right? And then when you can take a car like this and then modernize it so that it drives really nice, you could drive it to work on a Friday or drive it to the beach or take some couples out to dinner in it or take the kids out to dinner in it. This is what I'm talking about. This is why this is so much fun. And this, hopefully after you see this video, you'll go, you know what? I gotta have it. Because you know what? I had to have it, so don't feel bad, all right? So I think I like to point out some of the things that make a car look so wonderful, and they may be obvious to you already, but for not everybody knows what everything is about everything, so I like to point out, for instance, like the color. The color is off the hook. It's called tropical turquoise. Going down the road, this is like an Easter event, right? There's so much happiness involved. You smile just thinking about it, right? And then you add in these bigger wheels and tires, which add a modern theme to the car. So this is like Superman naked. Maybe. All right, maybe that's a bad analogy. Well, that's a good analogy. Who cares? But what I'm getting at is this, is you're not going to run into this car again. This car with these wheels and tires and this color combination and this crazy, beautiful interior that is so comfortable, right? And all these modern upgrades that make an old car, keep in mind this is a 60 or 70-year-old cars that we've been talking about doing all these videos on. Now we have modern things like power steering, power disc brakes, right? Bigger wheels and tires, and upgraded suspension. So now, with the footprint of these wheels and tires, the car handles well, it drives well, it rides well, and forget the fact that it just looks well, all right? This is the dawn of the jet age, and it's built into this car, and as you walk around and look at the styling of it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. For instance, right? Here is the engine intakes right here, okay? Here is parts of the plane here. This mug is so fabulous, and this is the last year for this car too, man. So these are the collectible ones. So it's what's called the Try 5 years, 55, 56, and 57. This 57 is known as the styling feature because, in my opinion, it's this piece here. That looks so good on this car, and no other car's ever been able to really pull that off like this car has. When this car goes down the road, there is no mistaking this for a 1957 Prius. Impossible, okay? All right, so let's keep rolling around. And you can see some of the detail, like everything is new. I want to show you some of the quality of the paint and things, but Colin's showing you the disc brakes that are in here, all right? And then here, this is the part you really need to see, is that when you can see it so clearly in there, you can read every word. Make the guy who's selling a car in my competition, okay, do this for you. Make sure that you can see exactly what time it is, all right? Make sure that you can do that. New glass, new paint, new chrome, new bumpers, new headlight trim. This car has 1,600 miles on it since it was restored. You need to look underneath of it too. It has body bushings and suspension bushings and brakes and tires and wheels. I'm rambling on because I know what effort it takes to get the car to this level, and you're paying half. And you could drive it next weekend, not wait 3 years to get it done. That's why these are such a great deal, okay? All right, so can we go around the back? Because I'd like to show you a couple small things. All right. The styling back here continues with the jet age. Here's the exhaust of the engine coming out, right? Here is the car still flying. The styling of this says this car is flying. And the best part about it is you're going to quiz your friends because they're not going to know 9 times out of 10 when you say, you know what, if you don't mind, run it up to the gas station and put some gas in it for me. And they're like, oh, cool, I'd love to do that. Sure, man. All right? I'll even use my credit card. And they wheel on up there. They're gone 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, hour later they call and go, sorry, man, where's the gas cap? Where's the gas cap? I'm embarrassed. And you know what? The gas cap is very hard to find. Most people don't know where it is, and it's awesome because from the factory it came this way and it's hidden right inside here. Okay? What a cool feature, huh? All right. Okay, so I had the keys and I've now lost them, so let me go find them and I'll be right back to show you the trunk. All right, so let's check this out. So part of buying a car, a restored car, is the detail that somebody puts into it. You say, well, what's the big deal with the trunk? Just hear me out for a second, okay? When somebody is willing to go ahead, because painting the inside of the trunk is a big deal. This is 1957. This is 2016 that we're doing the video. 2017 makes this car really old, all right? Okay? This is detail, man. This is like a fairly new car. The spare tire is painted. The jack and everything is all detailed and painted, right? It comes with, all right, it comes with a little sign. And one of the things too is you can have a peek and see what the car would look like if you wanted to do a set of white walls on it with painted wheels. You could do that as well and have two totally different looks for two totally different cars. All right, this does have an upgraded sound system in it. CD changers right here. I open that up for you. All right, and it's tied into the stereo, and the stereo and the dash looks pretty retro. All right, jacking instructions there, new weather stripping, all the stuff, the insulation, everything like that's been painted in there, and it's done properly. And it's just nicely done. Just the car is just really nice. Cool, so what I want to do is I just want to show you a totally different look on this car. Once you put the skirts on there, this one probably needs a little modification only because of the big wheels and tires, which shouldn't be too tough, but I wanted you to see what they look like on. Again, totally two different looks. And you could ride with stock wheels and tires if you wanted, or these nice big fat ones, so that's nice to have. Anyway, they both come with the car. All right, so let's peek in here because now we get to see some of the things that would make it nice if you wanted to take it to a car show. You may or may not want to, but you have your choices now, which is nice. We showed under here, so you can see that, and the trunk, so when everything's up, all the good stuff is there. So come on up here. So electric fan with a really nice sized radiator. You want that, and I'm gonna tell you why you want that. I harp on this all the time. It's because you're gonna wanna drive this car to the beach, wherever it is you go, with the AC on. This has modern style air conditioning on it, right? So it blows ice cold or makes great heat in the winter. I want you to drive this thing all year. You're not gonna drive it in the snow or the slush or the salt or whatever, but there's many times in the fall and winter when it's nice out and the roads aren't a wreck. And you can do that. But what I'm getting at is, with this big giant fan here, it keeps the car nice and cool in traffic and you're not gonna overheat. That's the worst thing to happen, is it overheats, the car dies, has to wait until it cools down, okay? And you just don't want that, all right? So come on up in here. So they've kept it kind of authentic, but we got some billet parts in here. I love this piece here. We had to custom cut it so that it would fit with the upgraded wiper motor there, all right? We've left the original tag in here too, which is kind of cool. It's, those tags right there, right, are from 1957. That, my friend, is an old tag, all right? Battery topper, dual exhaust. We talked about power steering, which you can't see, but it does have power steering. It's a really nice feature to have. And power disc brakes, which we touched on earlier. Another really nice feature of the car, all right? Looks great. You can go to a car show, people love it. Even if you don't go to a car show, you know what it looks like under here now, and that looks really, really nice. It's the detail stuff that make for a great car. You say, well, Tone, some of the cars I see out there are a lot less money. You know what? You're absolutely right. But they don't have modern air conditioning, or they don't have upgraded suspension, or they don't have a full custom interior, right? Or they don't have the drivability of this car, or the great paint, or the detail of the trunk. They also don't include free and closed shipping anywhere in the 48 states, and they definitely don't come with a 1-year warranty standard. So we feel like we built a nice enough car. It's not a brand new car, but it's a really nice car to offer you a 1-year warranty so you can have some peace of mind when you're driving, all right? I want to show you why this car is so spectacular. First off, it holds 3 couples, 6 people, you by yourself, whatever it is you want to do, packs it in this car and packs it in comfortably. I'm 6'1", I want to get in the back here and show you how really nice this is. All right, we have the seat. I don't know if I can do that from there, but look at this, man. This is so well done. The matching headliner. Colin, can you show that in here? This is just really nicely done. Package tray is custom done as well. This appears to be leather in here, and it's 2-tone, which is really nice. Matching carpets, all new stainless in here. I want you to look at the detail and time that has been spent to get this car to this level while I hang out back here, and I'm almost hoping maybe you pick me up, we go for a ride, and I get to ride back here, which is really nice. Trying to be a big shot for a second, even though I'm not, but I am going to be your favorite used car salesman someday. All right, so let's jump inside here where you're going to spend most of your time. All right. Can I do that one more time so you can hear that? Listen to this. That is a spectacular worked door. Somebody spent a lot of time getting the rattles out of that door, making sure that it was nice and straight, okay? And that the windows roll up nice and easy. And by the way, if you wanted to add power windows to this, is probably the last thing left. That would be really easy for us. And if you wanted us to make this bucket seats, we could do that as well, if you didn't want the bench. But it looks really cool, and you can move the console right here, but it allows you to take more people. Tilt steering wheel, custom billet wheel, matching painted dash. This trim is really nice, right? Air conditioning is in the car, but it made it look stock right here. They kept kind of the same controls to use it. upgraded gauges with 140 mile an hour speedometer and 8,000 RPM tach and volts and water temperature and oil and a fuel gauge. Those are kinds of things you might not have got back in the day. And here it's a really upgraded version of it, and it looks really, really nice. So we talked about this right here, but this is kind of cool. I don't want to glaze over this, but this is a billet, and it's a really high-end upgraded steering column, and allows you to do a host of things. You need to slide the seat up because maybe you're a little bit shorter, then that makes it easy for you to get comfortable and whatever. But what I have done is ramble a lot, and so what I'd like to do is start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like, because it runs beautifully. Look at that, man. I was listening to a little bit of Linkin Park earlier. Foo Fighters now? That's great. Okay. All right, so let's close up this video. It's been a long video, and we've talked about a lot of stuff, but the color, the look, well, come on, man. I really feel like I'd be ruining it if I talk about it anymore. All the great features that come with it, forget all that. Forget all the fact that most of the stuff in this car is brand new. This car drives so beautifully, and when you see it go down the road, you go, wow, that is really cool. This was not my time. I didn't grow up in this time of these cars, but I love these cars because of the style and what they bring to the party. You drive this car anywhere, gets a crowd, but 99% of the time, sorry, 100% of the time you get this. Wow, that's beautiful. And that's exactly what this is. It's beautiful. So if we can find a way to get this 57 Bel Air in your garage this weekend, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it.